Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Prohire TruckTVe, and today we're out and about as always. Sun's glorious today. I was given a weather forecast, but certainly it's a much better and more clement experience when it's not pouring down. Now we're up in South Yorkshire actually at the moment, in Doncaster, and we're with the guys at Maxus at Northside Commercials, and we've come to look today at vehicles that are again transforming into a new generation, and this is the Maxus eDeliver 9. And you know, we've looked at this before, and going back some time ago we did some extensive work on this when this vehicle first came out. So let's get the old belt on and have a look. Right, so we're back in the cockpit of the newest model eDeliver 9 and from Maxus, and I have to say, and I've said it before, it's a really well laid out van, and it's right up there with anything that I've seen and driven, not just from electric, but definitely from a diesel perspective as well. So it's a really great looking van. This is a 72 kilowatt model, which is the middle of the ranges for Maxus, but certainly right up there when it comes to a 3.5 ton panel van. And so let's take this for a run out now and just see what we're expecting. Now, WLTP on this van around about 150, 160 miles. When you see it fully charged, you know, people get super stressed because it actually shows fully charged around 135. But I've driven these for quite some time, and we've got quite a number on fleet now, and driven well, you should exceed 150. And if you see one of them, so we've taken the van out for a run, and you know, we've been out for a couple of hours or so, and on the flip side, you know, it says 135 miles on the clock. We've done about 20 miles now around country roads, etc, and we've got to get back yet, but we've only used about 7 or 8 miles of electric, which again is testament to the quality of the product. Great job. Now, this van, it's got AC and DC charging, which I think I mentioned, but of course some type 2 to high-speed DC charging. Of course, on a DC perspective, 50 kilowatt, this will give you an 80% charge in 40 minutes. And I think hey guys, and welcome back to another edition of Prohire TruckTVe. Thanks for joining us again, and today we're joined by the effervescent Kia EV6 BEV. I mean, what a star, and we'll talk about that in a second. But this for me is one of the best BEVs I've driven to date, and I've driven quite a few. This car has got AC and DC charging, and when I say AC and DC charging, this car can charge as a Tesla would, so from 7 kilowatts all the way through to 350 kilowatt power. You know, it's able to really supercharge this vehicle, fully charged from 10% to 80 in 18 minutes. You know, it's bonkers. You know, and the only car I've seen at any point that's on board at that kind of power level is the car you're looking at here. And it actually... Oh, so this is the interior, and I have to say, talk about an interior. This is by far one of the best interiors I've seen in any car, but certainly from an electric perspective, it's fabulous, absolutely fabulous. Let's grab the old belt, but have a quick look round. I mean, you know, in fairness, this car has got so much memory. It absolutely transforms anyone that wants to use the vehicle. It's got everything that you would expect to see in this. Some widescreen, it runs through, you know, it's got every element that you would like to see in a modern car. And I have to say, there's so many things in this vehicle, it would take an hour just to go through them. And so this car's got 77 kilowatt battery pack. I have to say, immense. This car's 0 to 60 in about 7 seconds, which is blooming quick, as always, as EVs are. And I think the GTS is about 5 seconds. So again, you know, from an SUV perspective, super impressive. But it's got WLTP of around 328 miles, and it's currently returning around 250 in their range, because you know it's brand new, people are getting used to it, etc, etc. And we've been very lucky today, and one of our amazing customers, and this is not our car, one of our amazing customers allowed me to showcase it. But one thing that you have to see is this button here, which is it takes it from eco driving to sport, and it just goes whack. It's just bonkers, absolute bonkers. I love this car. Let's have a look at the bonnet. And up to now we've been talking about how big the cable space is going to be, and let's have a look at this one. Let's just see what we've currently got. And oh my goodness, we don't have a cable space, we have an engine. Don't fear, it's not an engine, it is EV. But again, they've packed everything onto the front here to give the space that you would use a cable for. But they clearly know what they're doing, and this car is pretty amazing. So let's have a look at that. But again, back to where we were, there's nothing to touch. Your water bottle, and that's kind of all you should be touching. Job done. The boot space, this is not an automatic boot, which probably, if there was a downside to this, which I'm being really picky now, that's what it is. And that's your boot space, which is not bad. It's not a bad boot space for a car of this size. Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Prohire TruckTVe. And today we're in the centre of Manchester, and the backdrop behind us there is the extension to the Etihad Stadium, which is, as we all know, is Manchester City's football ground. We're having a look today at an urban vehicle. It's the new Mercedes upgraded electric Vito. And a lot of our customers love this product and have done for many years. This is not untypical of any Vito you've seen before. It's got a great load space. It's a lovely thing. And I guess from my point of view is, from urban delivery vehicle, an electric vehicle, it's got a great size, it does look the part, and it's electric for city use. In the long wheelbase version today, so L3, got a payload around 750 kilos. Not terribly bad for a van like this, with a battery pack of 66 kilowatt hour, giving a range of a WL2P of 162 miles. As long as you don't use air conditioning, which does seem to affect this quite reasonably in this particular product. But that being said, it is just a lovely thing. It's well geared. It drives really, really well. There's just nothing I can say that I don't like about this vehicle at the moment, and that's testament to something which Mercedes have spent some time and money investing into, and developing something with range, speed. It's able to charge at 11 kilowatts. It's able to charge at 80 kilowatts. So it'll charge this vehicle up to 80% in 35-40 minutes. I think this vehicle is an interesting mid-range now, right across for people who want to make urban operations work for themselves. And as I said before, as part of the video, we can start showing some proper real-world total cost of ownership models. So I suppose against the people. When everyone looks at where you're going to charge your van, you'll go, I know, we would use potentially the old fuel ports, not on this occasion. So I went further around this morning to have a look at where Mercedes have hidden their new charging point. And we've come around the van and come to the front, and it isn't certainly here. And then we find this, and I wasn't expecting this, to be fair. So we've got our charge point in the bumper, which... Hi guys, and welcome back to another edition of Prohire TruckTVe. Today we're up in at Lancashire DAF with permission of Paul Entwistle and Harvey King. They've allowed us to roam round and look at one of the latest additions to the DAF fleet. We're very excited about this XD. Well, what can I say? It's a lovely truck, but it costs as well, but it's equally so when we go through some of the facts and figures. You'll probably see where some of the benefits may well come from. 11 litres as an entry level into XD. This particular one is a 450 brake engine, and you know, it's matched well with the size of the vehicle, and it's a lightweight tractor for petrochemicals, etc., or tippers, for that kind of thing. This particular one has had pumping equipment fitted to it, also hydraulic pumping equipment. When we look at Prohire TruckTVe, we're talking about sustainability, green, and quite often electric, and we'll be moving into hydrogen soon. The reason we're talking about these particular tractors is the difference they are now from where they used to be. And what I mean by that, I'm talking about fuel consumptions. So on the work we've done with XG and XF, we spoke about fuel consumption, we thought around 10%. Well, actually, what we're seeing with the XG and the XF is something nearer 25% compared with the old models. So I suppose, yes, these tractors are much more expensive than their perhaps elderly relatives. However, if you factor in the benefit of that type of fuel consumption figures, then you know it's mind-blowing really, and the total cost of ownership starts to even out, and even in some cases be better than you were before. Now, but again, I go back to your ESG credentials. If you can save that kind of level of fuel consumption, you could be looking as much as, you know, certainly in the region of 20,000 litres of fuel a year saved. It has a massive impact on your CO2 impact, particulate matter, and of course to the bottom line. If that's factored back into your overall cost of running, there should be some significant benefits to make. So XD, so this particular tractor with the mirror cam exits the factory at 4 stars. So gone are the days of having to fit all of the special equipment to it to give you your 3-star rating to enter into London. Now, for those who don't like mirror cam, and surprisingly enough there are a lot that go, oh, I don't want mirror cam, I don't like it, it's really not where I want to be, I've had mirrors all my life, it's tangible, I can feel them. This tractor can be ordered with mirrors, and you have a deduct of about £2,000. Now, of course, 4-star when you see the vehicle. So you get into our lovely cab, and I'm putting our seat belt here, and let's see what all this is about. Now, I guess with all modern tractor units now, you know, they're very well appointed and very well set out. But of course, for 100,000 plus, you'd expect them to be, and if you'd paid £100,000 for anything, you'd expect it to be pretty well laid out, pretty plush, and to give you some real driver comforts as well as the ability to save fuel. And this is, you know, no exception to the rule here. So moving the steering wheel, you know, fantastic. Push a button, boom, here we go. Set it up for where you want to be, and we're in and ready to go. Looking around the cab, these are the benefits of mirror cam. It's very well appointed. You can see all around this truck without any issues whatsoever. And you know, why wouldn't you be able to be? But it's great, it's fantastic. Let's have a look here. We're full of boxes because, as I said to you, this is still not out of the wrapper. In the middle here, got a nice big bunk, and we also have a big fridge, I think. Let's have a look. Just open up. Yep, we have, and quite a generous cooler that is as well. Of course, you know, modern technology leaves it on, and a big tray there. We can put your coffee on there and have your sandwiches. 320 tunnel, so it's not quite the XF you can stand up in. 320 tunnel, so this is I have to crawl over it, but still nothing compared with tractors of the past. And this case is no exception, and today we have the Maxus T90 EV. It's a crew cab pickup, not dissimilar to the diesel crew cab pickups that have become very popular in the UK over the past dozen years or so. This one is fully electric, so it runs on a battery, and I'm led to believe you can drive it through 1/2 metre of water, and apparently I've been volunteered to showcase that in a month or so's time, and driving this particular vehicle through apparently 18 inches of water to show how safe it actually is. So I got volunteered for that earlier this morning, but I think that'll be an interesting video one way or another. So back to our particular vehicle here. This is an 80 kilowatt battery, or 80.5, which is the same as in the long range Maxus van. So the technology, the battery technology, CATL, SIAC, well proven, not just in the UK now, but right across Europe and Asia in that space as well. But let's look at the pickup. So as I said, 80 kilowatts, giving you a range of around 220 miles. you know, which is actually pretty decent. Onboarding electric charging, you know, 7 kilowatt, 11, and up to 58 to 80 kilowatts of charging. But, you know, again, really, really positive charging, and certainly right in the space you need it to be. There's a lot of conversations around this pickup at the moment. This pickup carries 1 ton, you know, so fits in nicely into that private, domestic, and also commercial use. It's a full commercial. Even externally, 27, 28p, 29p a kilowatt. At home, 15p a kilowatt. You can charge this for as low as 30 quid up to 40 quid, and it'll give you 200 odd miles. You know, if you're looking at the same thing for a diesel vehicle at the moment, it'll be 3 or 4 times that. So it's an interesting conversation. CO2.
Now this comes in at a cost of around 49,000 as an RR pack, which is back in recommended retail price in the UK.
Into manufacturing equipment like this. This is a great bit of kit. I think it's going to be an absolute steal and a winner in the marketplace. Please, if you can, like and subscribe. We'd love you too. We've got loads of things coming down the line, some really interesting stuff coming on board really soon. We'll keep you posted on this, and don't forget, I promised to drive it through water, and as long as Bill and his team will let me do, he says he's going to drive it through 1/2 metre of water. I said, well, the only way to prove it'll drive through 1/2 metre of water with an electric power pack underneath, which will be submerged, is to do that. And I seem to have volunteered for that. So watch out for that one, it's going to be quite interesting. Take care, see you soon, guys, take care.